Hello and welcome to another episode of Sus Faction.
Yes, today is an Acela-centric episode, and I'm Kyle,
And I'm Isella,
and
and
we're
we're
your
your
hosts.
hosts.
So,
Okay.
where do we start today?
I don't know. Do we want to get political for a second? Just a brief second. So
Just
I
a
like
brief
to
second.
avoid politics on our podcast if possible, but with everything going on, it's literally affecting my mental health.
Yeah,
So I just wanted to get on here and say really quick that I don't think anybody's in favor of this war, and I really love that the videos that I've been seeing of people from other countries say that they know that Americans don't even want this war. So that makes me feel better at least. But it's still just it sucks
yeah.
because nobody agrees with it. What are we even doing?
Well, we have enough problems in the country alone
Yeah.
as it is. So, having a war on top of all this, ICE and, just our president and everything. I think that we need to stay worried about our home base than
I think
worried about another country.
what we need to do is take advantage of the fact that we are mostly united on not wanting this war
Yeah.
to actually become truly united on something.
Yeah.
Because we've been so separate for so long and driven apart for so long with this two-party system, which I will do an episode on, but with the whole two-party system, that they've done so much to separate people in this nation that now is the time, because we finally agree on something.
Yeah.
To do something.
Right? Like impeach the president.
They tried that.
They need to try again.
The problem is that everyone at the top is the problem. It's not just the tippy top, it's the whole top.
Yeah.
We need to just
we need to just topple it over.
Start over.
Yeah. My thing is, I wish that the younger generations would get involved more into politics, because we have all these old politicians that have been in politics forever, and we need people from our generation. We need millennials
100%.
and we need Gen Zs to get into politics and start
100%.
taking advantage of the fact that they're young.
There need to be caps. I think that men in their 70s should be at home.
Yeah, they should not be in politics.
Right.
Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but how often do you think in the past old presidents or old politicians have been suffering dementia and making decisions?
I don't know. I do
know what I mean, though?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I whenever I hear that, who was actually making decisions in the White House during this presidency or that presidency, it's does everyone forget what happened with Woodrow Wilson when he was not able to fulfill the presidency? And
was he the one that had his wife
took
did
over.
everything?
Yeah. Yep, his wife took over, which, I mean, that's cool. Great on her, but
right.
That's not what the people voted for.
No.
And had they known, I think they kept his health a secret.
Oh, yeah.
But here we are, a history
She propped
podcast.
him up in bed.
Yeah.
And would make it look like he was doing his thing when he was literally not even there mentally.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just that. I mean, I just wanted to get that off my chest because it's weighing heavy on me. It's just too much right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we got today?
Powerful people have powerful beliefs, but even more so, our beliefs hold power. Throughout time, there have been objects that people have placed their beliefs in. Today, we have another episode of our Objects of Power series. This object is shrouded in mystery, as many deny its very existence. From Monty Python to Mrs. Davis, this object has been all over pop culture. So I have 3 questions for you. What is your name?
Kyle.
What is your quest?
I don't know. to find the Holy Grail.
Yes. And what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Some of you will recognize this from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And that is what we're going to talk about today. The Holy Grail is traditionally revered as the cup used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper to collect his blood at the crucifixion. I didn't know about that second part.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's the concept evolved from a simple magical vessel in Celtic mythology to a Christian relic, with Robert de Boron further cementing its link to Joseph of Arimathea. That's Saint Joseph, I believe.
Okay.
And the Last Supper.
I don't know if you'll get into this, but I
Okay.
have a question.
Sure.
Kind of a question, kind of a theory. Now, a lot of times, don't people like, okay, so the Holy Grail could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be a chalice, right?
Correct. The Holy Grail can be just a term. It's a phrase people use a lot of times to just mean something that's difficult to achieve or unattainable. And that could mean something like in the workplace is this is the Holy Grail of whatever.
Right.
So yeah, it has become just a popular catchphrase as well for some things.
Well, I mean, like the actual Holy Grail that was used at the Last Supper, like it was a chalice then, but
Mm-hmm.
some people have believed that the Holy Grail isn't even like something physical.
Oh, the Holy Grail that I'm going to talk about today is most likely a cup of some
Okay.
sort.
Like,
But it has been a stone in some other myths and legends.
oh, it had, okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. Is like I thought it was in some other like legends that it's like not necessarily a chalice or a cup.
Yeah. It's also been known to be a stone.
I have one somewhere, but it's like I don't know. I was gonna show it to you, but I can't find it.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead.
That's all right. Descriptions vary from a golden jewel encrusted chalice to a simple humble cup or even a stone. It is identified with the chalice of the Eucharist, representing the blood of Christ and the forgiveness of sins. As Christianity.com explains, there is no biblical verse that specifically describes the Holy Grail or its powers, but there are certain lines in Scripture that could potentially reference the object. In Luke 22:20, so that's chapter 22, verse 20, for example, which describes the Last Supper, Jesus takes a cup and tells his disciples, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you." During the Middle Ages, history reports that, oh man, I practiced it. Give me a second. Chrétien de Troyes, unfinished Conte del Graal, or the story of the Grail, first presented the Grail as a divine object, so not necessarily a chalice, just an object, in 1180 AD. 1180 AD. 2 decades later, Robert de Baron linked the Holy Grail, the Last Supper, and Jesus' crucifixion in his poem Joseph de Arimathea, which is what did I say? Arimathea earlier. And that was the French version of it. From this point, the Holy Grail and the quest to find it became a cornerstone of Western literature. It also elevated the object from something of an aside in the Bible to an important Christian relic. But in Arthurian legends, it serves as the ultimate quest for the knights of the Round Table, Galahad and Percival, symbolizing a search for spiritual enlightenment, purity, and divine grace. Is that what you meant? Where it's like something unattainable?
Yeah.
Okay. Like not even technically an object.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the power behind the Grail. The Grail is believed to have the power to heal the sick and wounded. It is often depicted as providing eternal life or youth, which I'd never heard that.
I haven't either. That's like the Philosopher's Stone.
Right. And I actually mentioned to my husband that we were covering the Holy Grail, and he goes, "Isn't that supposed to give you eternal youth?" And I was like, I was thinking that it was just the healing part, like it has healing properties. And then what is it? The Fountain of Life?
Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth is the only thing I thought of that gave you youth.
Right.
Okay. So It is associated with providing nourishment and abundance also. The most common legend begins in a medieval kingdom where crops are dying, the monasteries are empty, and people have no hope. It is essentially a wasteland. Because of an unhealing wound, all the king can do is fish all day, earning him the title of the Fisher King. Have you heard the myth of the Fisher King?
I have not.
Okay. It is an unhealing wound in his leg or groin area. It's debatable. That causes the land to suffer and ultimately begins the quest for the Holy Grail. Joseph of Arimathea traditionally believed to have brought the Grail to Britain. So the Fisher King is often portrayed as being, um, or in the Fisher King, the Grail is often portrayed as being kept in a hidden castle under the protection of the Fisher King. He is a staple of why can't I say Arthurian legend? I can say it if I'm not looking at the word.
Right?
Arthurian legend, the last in a long line of British kings tasked with guarding the Holy Grail. So he has the Grail. Supposedly, that's where it's been. That's where it is. He has the Grail. He can't unlock the potential of it to heal himself, and that's what the quest is for.
Okay.
His entire land that he is king over, his kingdom, is barren. So he's barren, has no children, and his land is barren because of this wound. All he can do is fish. He can't do anything to help make things better.
Wow.
So that's why. Knights like Percival journey to the Grail castle to heal the king. In Chrétien de Troyes, or Percival, the failure to ask what ails you or whom does the Grail serve initially prevents the king's recovery. So that's the question that needs to be asked and answered to be able to unlock the Grail.
Okay.
That's what the question is. The Round Table Knights, including Lancelot and Galahad, embark on this perilous quest to find the Grail, which appears in Camelot before disappearing. Key figures in the story: Sir Galahad, the Pure Knight, who successfully achieves the quest. So we know that the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur and all of that, that's just legend. That's a story that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
written. The story represents a journey towards spiritual fulfillment, with the king's healing dependent on the knight's compassion and purity. The myth is often analyzed through a Jungian lens, where the wounded king symbolizes a fractured self needing repair. So that's what it was meant to symbolize. Early versions from 1180 AD focus on Percival, while later texts such as Wolfram von Eckenbach from 1210 AD call the king Anfortas and provide more detail about his wound. Remember, I said it's debatable. Well, there's two different texts. One says it's a leg wound, one says it's in the groin area. So, where is the Holy Grail? Now, if it's real, where is it? Okay. Several places, just like the oh my goodness, the spear.
yeah.
Several places claim to house this object. In Europe alone, there are said to be around 200 cups,
Of course.
each thought to be the Holy Grail, the cup used by Jesus Christ at the Last Supper. The most prominent claim comes from Valencia Cathedral in Spain, regarded by many as the most likely candidate. This agate cup with medieval gold additions is believed by some to have been brought to Spain by St. Peter. Remember, we thought somebody else took it to Britain. This cup was brought to Spain by St. Peter. The Valencia Cathedral says that the Holy Grail was taken by St. Mark, a disciple of St. Peter, from Jerusalem to Rome. When it was in Rome, it was used by early popes, including St. Peter, whom Roman Catholic tradition defines as the very first pope, in order to conduct the Eucharist. Then the Emperor Valerian began to persecute the Christians from 257 AD or CE. It was sent to Huesca, Spain, because it was no longer safe in Rome. So then it moved to the Basilica of San Isidoro in Leon, Spain. Historians Margarita Torres and Jose Miguel Ortega del Rio identified a jeweled chalice here as the true Holy Grail.
I feel like the real Holy Grail would have been more of an agate stone cup as opposed to like a metal chalice with jewels in it. Just because of the time period.
Or even a wooden cup.
Yeah.
In 2014, a book called Kings of the Grail suggested that a goblet held at the Basilica of San Isidoro in Leon, Spain, could be the divine object. Its authors claimed to have found evidence in ancient Egyptian manuscripts that the Holy Grail was taken from Jerusalem to Cairo, where it fell into the hands of an emir who ruled in Spain. The emir allegedly gave the chalice to King Ferdinand, and then it found its way into the basilica in the 11th century. I made a joke, but we'll wait. Dating the chalice does indeed suggest that it was made between 200 BCE and 100 CE. This and the historical documentation the authors wrote suggests that the chalice was in fact a cup that was used at the Last Supper, though it's impossible to determine if Jesus drank from it. And then I said, this thing has been to more cities in Spain than I had in 2007. Why Spain? Why is it all over Spain? I don't know. You would think Italy or like the Holy Land area.
I was thinking like maybe Jordan, like that, like Jordan,
Yeah.
Israel, whatever.
Right. But no, it's been in a lot of cities in Spain, apparently.
That's funny.
Yeah. I only went to 4.
Oh.
It's been to more.
I didn't know that you've been to Spain.
Yeah, I went to Spain in 2007. We toured some churches. We started out in Toledo, which actually has a lot of Moorish, which means Muslim, buildings, which are gorgeous.
Did you do this for high school?
No, 2007. I was in college.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait, I graduated in 2008. You were 2 years ahead of me, I think.
3.
Right?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyways.
Yes. All right. And then there's another one. In Glastonbury, England, the legend claims that Joseph of Arimathea brought the Grail to Glastonbury, hiding it in the chalice well. Arthurian legend and literature, the Grail is often depicted as a mystical hidden object rather than a specific reachable item, like we talked about before.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to read the Legends of King Arthur, you would find plenty about it.
Oh, absolutely.
If you wanted to watch some other depictions of the Holy Grail, there's Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is, I think it's fun.
Insufferable.
Oh, stop. It's hilarious.
I couldn't. Okay, so pause. My partner and I watched it. He loves it.
Yeah.
And begged me to watch it. And I sat through it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get British humor.
Mm.
I don't get anything that was funny about it. I couldn't get into it at all.
Even the rabbit, the scary rabbit.
I don't remember that.
Run away.
I remember because I was so uninterested and I didn't get the humor. I just remember a group of guys walking through barren hills to old crummy castles and burning witches, but they didn't burn a witch. It was just a witch that was there, and they were
witch!
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it was crazy. I couldn't follow. And then, to my knowledge, there's more Monty Python videos.
Yes, there are. I have 2 of them. I have Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and then I also have Monty Python and the Meaning of Life, which is it pokes a lot of fun at Catholicism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny, but it's a lot more crude, I think, than Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is based off of the Arthurian legend
I was gonna
of
say I
the
got
Holy Grail.
very King Arthur
There's a lot of King
vibes.
Arthur. There's some wars, I think, between the English and the French. Because there's a French kingdom.
Oh, and that tower with all those women in white robes, I think, is another part of it that I
Yeah.
remember.
Yes. It's strange, but it's mostly satirical. So it's
Right.
like you it's making fun of something.
Yeah.
Most of the time that's what it's doing. Um yeah, there's a troll on a bridge.
Yeah.
There's a rabid rabbit that you have to be afraid of. And then there's a lot of I don't know, it's just I think it's funny.
It's like an acquired taste, definitely.
It's funny. I can quote most everything. The Black Knight's my favorite.
Yeah, I think it was like, and I think at one point I fell asleep too.
Oh, and the
'Cause-
Knights That Say Knee. I actually won a trivia question in college. They said, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, what do the knights say? And I said, we are the knights that say knee. And we won. But anyway, no, it is acquired. I think it's funny. It's not for everybody. But yeah, I could quote that movie all day long. Anyway,
I think movies like Wrong Turn 2 are funny.
Oh,
So like my sense of humor is dark and gross.
definitely dark. I like those movies, but not like in a comical way.
Yeah, I think they're funny.
Um,
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. You know, I've actually, sorry, really quick. The Hills Have Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the other side of the mountain from where they filmed that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of the trips that I went. I like going out west, but yeah, I was on the other side of the mountain from it. Okay,
That's cool.
I like to travel. I would do it more if I didn't have children.
I love the idea of traveling. I used to travel. Like I used to go to I like the East Coast.
Okay.
So I went a lot. I went east a lot. But did I tell you that we're going to Salem? Me and my mom are.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you finally get to go.
Yeah, we're gonna go in September.
Okay. That'd be a good time to go. Okay. I don't have that much left anyway for this. So some other movies that talk about the Holy Grail is in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The Holy Grail was a simple cup of a carpenter with miraculous healing powers. And I feel like that's
makes sense.
Possibly likely that it was because
Jesus was a carpenter.
Jesus was a carpenter. His stepfather Joseph was a carpenter. Like, why wouldn't it be a wooden cup? And then another place, I guess, where you can maybe feel the healing powers of the Holy Grail just in meditation, because no one knows for sure if it's out here, is the Polish countryside where the shadowy Knights Templar might have hidden it.
Those Knights Templar.
But I plan on doing some research on them too, because there's
I was gonna
so
say we
much.
need to do some stuff on the Knights Templar.
Yes, but so much. There's so much. That one's probably gonna have to be a 2-parter, is what I would guess for Knights Templar. But that's all I have on the Holy Grail, because it may or may not be real.
Right.
But please join us again next week for another episode of Susfaction. We post every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, trust no one.
Question everything. And if you want to start sending us emails.
Yes, email us.
Send us your stories. We would both love to read any weird, spooky, crazy, wild, anything stories. If you want to reach us, you can reach us at susfactionpod@outlook.com. Again, send us your stories to read on the podcast at susfactionpod@outlook.com. And we also have an Instagram.
Yes, our Instagram is at susfactionpod. You may be able to message us on Instagram as well. I don't think I have messaging turned off. So you may be able to message us there as well, as long as it's not super lengthy and easy to read. We'll probably read your stories from there as well. Remember, if it's happened, it's history. So your
Yeah.
stories are also history and they can be shared. Um, let's see. I also have the places where you can listen linked on our Instagram. That would be YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon Music, as well as we have a Patreon that you can listen to our true crime stories the last day of every month.
Yes. So, and then next week we have Dybbuk Box.
Yes.
So tune in for that, and we will see you then.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.